The man to do just that. Let's bring out the gentleman. He hails from Glasgow, Scotland. He is the 2 times Mosconi Cup winner. From Team USA with it all to do, the Derby City Bank Pool and One Pocket champion, he is Billy the Torpedo Thorpe!
I had a good friend in New York City. He never called me by my name, just his Billy. My grandpa taught me how to live off the land, and his taught him to be a businessman. He used to send me pictures of the Broadway nights, and I'd send him some homemade wine.
Last point of the night on offer. Which way will it go? Europe will still have a healthy lead, but will it be 8-2 or 7-3 overnight? Your commentators for match 5 are Alison Fisher alongside Michael McMullen.
Now it's been a dream night, hasn't it, for Europe?
For
the Americans, though, are in damage limitation mode, Alison, as they just look to give themselves some sort of a chance and something to cling to going into day 3.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel a bit for them because we've had so many 5-4 matches today. It's been so close. And Billy just lost a doubles match with Shane, and again they had a lead there and Europe came back on them. They ended up losing 5-4. But if anyone can do it, I'm sure Billy will give it his everything. But Jayson today has performed exceptionally well.
Yeah, particularly that match early on tonight against Shane Van Bonen. It wasn't looking good from early on, but really found his form towards the end of it and took that momentum then into the doubles.
So it's his 3rd match at the table today. Billy to break.
And that rather sums up the Americans' day. Just nothing happening for them there.
I just seen Shane come back into the arena to support his teammate along with Chris. And I think there's Joey coming over. So as much as they're disappointed, you've got to sit behind your team. All for one and one for all.
Well, they've put a huge amount of work and preparation into this, haven't they? And selecting the team and then the training camps they had and all the coaching and preparation they've done. They don't just want to go down without a fight, but actually trying to come back and win it from here. Just looks such a tough task, but they've got to keep trying.
Absolutely, you can't give up. You've got to stay present. I think I mention that in every match. You know, just being present and in the moment. The tides have turned a lot tonight.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not as if they're being massively outplayed or anything like that. I mean, you look over the course of the evening, obviously we've had 3 hill matches. Okay, one of them, the Fedor-Gorst match, was fairly comfortable, but if they were getting swamped in all these matches, okay, then you could see how they would feel. There's no way we can turn this tide back. But you think about it, just a few shots turn out differently over the course of this evening. They could have been much closer, or arguably even in front at this stage. So it's not like they're being outclassed here, and they have to remember that.
That was a really nice shot there by Billy. Just caught the one ball on the edge and flicked it to safety.
Whatever happens now, it's been a good day's work for Jayson Shaw. Even if he was to end having won 2 of the 3 matches he's been involved in today, he'd be very happy with that. But knowing his ultra-competitive nature, he'll want to make it a perfect day.
Well, he played a scrappy safety there. I was expecting to kick it and use the 8 to hold behind the 3. So be a bit disappointed with that shot, giving Billy the first chance at the table.
As I was saying earlier, one of the previous matches, there's only been once in the last 21 Mosconi Cups that a team has been behind after the second day and turned it around to win. So obviously we've known for some time the Americans are going to be behind. It's very difficult to turn it around no matter what the situation is, but they've at least got to try to keep that deficit down to something vaguely manageable. And that's why this is still an important match that Billy Thorpe is involved in here. 24 years of age. He's been involved in 3 previous Mosconi Cups and only been on the losing side in 1 of them.
He's a great inspiration to the team too. He's got such a great attitude, and him and Skylar are probably the light-hearted ones, but he's very fierce at the table, Billy. He's got that menacing look about him, hasn't he? I didn't want that nudge on the 8, but it's worked out, fortunately. And I think they deserve a bit of good fortune at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I mean, if they were to end up losing all 5 matches, having not, as I say, been outclassed by any means, it would be very hard to take.
Well, you know, this is the way the Mosconi Cup goes. There's loads of 5-4s over time, and it's just luck on the day, isn't it?
Well, that's it. You could get a few more hill-hill matches that could go their way, and suddenly it's a different contest.
This is a big shot here. Holding that cue ball, not letting it slip away. Nice shot. Great shot.
This should be his rack now. The young man from Ohio. He's been steadily improving with each passing year of late, really, and when he was named in the team, Jeremy Jones said that all the signs were Thorpe was going to continue that improvement in 2020, but like so much else this year, he just got stopped in his tracks, didn't get the chance to do it.
It's been really hard for every player out there. They're chomping at the bit to compete again, and nobody knows when that's going to happen. So obviously this is a big chance for all the guys here. Nicely played. Putting the first point on the board for the USA.
It's been Jayson Shaw's night so far. It wasn't his rack though. Billy Thorpe off to a winning start. I like the body language I'm seeing from the Americans, Alison, because we want this to be a contest, and they don't look to me like they've thrown in the towel. They look like they want to make a fight of this.
Well, Billy's for sure. I think of all the players sitting there, you want him out there. He's a little soldier, you can see in his eyes. He's very focused. He knows what he's got to do, and he's the guy that can deliver on this. He's almost willing it. You can see it in his face.
He's been a regular tournament winner in recent years. Maybe not the very biggest events, but he won 3 tournaments in 2017, another 3 in 2018, and then last year he was among the top 10 money winners for the first time. He won a couple of divisions at the Derby City Classic early this year before everything shut down, and he's shown some form since the resumption of competitive action. Was runner-up in the Texas Open just last month.
That was a great break by Jayson there. Does he get a shot on the 2? No, it doesn't look like it. I don't think he can see an edge either. Nicely parked cue ball, made the 1 in the side. But got that little kick on the 2 there and doesn't have a shot. So he's looking at where to push out to here so that he doesn't leave Billy a shot. And if Billy puts him back in, then he's got a light where he's going to play from.
Your absence, sir.
Table's running nice and true here. I've been in places before where I've rolled it towards the end rail like that and scratched in the corner pocket. But not with this Rasson table out here.
Do you think the players have got to grips with the table better this evening than they did yesterday, Alison?
So much more. I mean, you can't even compare the 2 days of the Mosconi Cup. First day was crazy. I mean, it's the mistakes that were made, the control, the lack of control on the table. But they've all come out today playing so much better. That was a lovely shot. Did he overrun it slightly? He played a nice spin shot to try and get behind the 9-ball there. And I think Jayson can see an edge here. So the table's still playing a little fast, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've got to keep making the point. These guys are not match tight. They're not sharp because they've been deprived of tournament action throughout the year. And I think that's contributed to some of the play that we've seen and some of the misjudged positional shots and the surprising balls that we've seen missed.
Oh, he made that shot look really easy. He played that with low right-hand English so that the cue ball would open up off the second and third rail there. Really nice shot from such a shallow angle. Beautiful shot, right in the heart of the pocket.
There's always pressure in the Mosconi Cup, of course, but the situation Shaw's in must be a bit less on him than usual. Europe are going to be in such a commanding position overnight, whatever happens here, and as I was saying, it's been a productive day for him personally, so must be enabling him to relax just a little bit more and free up his cueing arm a bit. Whereas there's a bit more expectation on Thorpe that he's got to deliver something here for the Americans, because otherwise, remarkably, it's going to be a blank night for them.
I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen for some reason. He really got away with that. And that's what happens sometimes, you know, when you're leading and playing well, you get the rolls. Definitely not what Billy needed, but I had a feeling he was going to do that because he overrolled the previous shot and it looked like he tightened up a little bit. And I was just thinking, you can get too relaxed to the point where you get a little bit complacent. You still need a little bit of intensity there when you're playing every shot.
There's no question about that. When things are coming very easily for you and your team, you can just lose a little bit of focus, but perhaps missing a ball like that will help him get it back. He'd still rather not have missed it, of course.
That was a nice kick he played there. Almost made it in the side, but he's played a good pace. Looks like Eagle Eye is eyeing up that thin cut on the 5-ball here. You see, he jumped up off the shot there. You know, this is a match where Billy's really just got nothing to lose. He's got to play his heart out, give everything 100%, 110%. And Jayson's got to find some focus. This is his third match today. Might be a little bit tired.
Yeah, he is starting to look a little fatigued.
Well, it takes a lot of mental energy out of you playing this game. Beautiful shot from Billy there. I actually have a feeling he's going to gain a point for America here. Because he's raring to play. Whereas Jayson's done a lot of work today for the team.
For sure, and Thorpe also will want to provide some compensation for that doubles defeat he had just a few minutes before this one started. He's doing all he can really deliver at the moment. Billy Thorpe leads Jayson Shaw by 2 racks to 0.
Looks like Shane's thinking over what could have been earlier in the day. Big match with Jayson, the doubles match just now. Everything could have been turned around a bit more. But we've got to focus on the task in hand here. I'm sure Billy's family are watching at home, proud of their son, as all these parents are of their kids here.
Well, the song "Living on a Prayer" is playing in the background. I'm sure some prayers are being offered up by American friends and relatives watching back home that somehow the team can start to turn things around. Jayson Shaw's looked to me like a man who's making this Mosconi Cup a personal mission for him.
Rack number 3.
Yeah, he's been very intense, and he's
2-0, Team USA to break.
Made his feelings clear in the press conference of how he feels, and he's playing up to it. Let's see if Billy can get a good break in here. Last minute drop of the ball, got to be relieved with that, and he has a shot on the 1 ball here. Eyes flicking around the table to see the path of the cue ball. He's opted for a really good safety there. Just overrun it a little bit. This table speed has been a little bit tricky for the players over the past couple of days.
Shaw, in his Mosconi Cup career, has in the past fared a little better in doubles than he has in singles combat, but that win earlier this evening over Shane Van Bonen actually gives him a winning record, as it were, in his Mosconi Cup singles career. He's now 6-5.
That was a very, very well played shot there to control both of the balls, the cue ball and the object ball. And he's gotten tight against that 4 ball there. There's a replay. An excellent shot from Jayson that's got Billy in trouble now.
Attention, please.
I think he was looking up at the screen, admiring his work there.
Foul.
Just caught the edge of the 1 ball, wanted to catch it more solid there, just caught it on the edge, and it was a natural scratch in the side pocket.
Start the clock, please.
But you know, all credit to Jayson, he got him in a yeah, I think it's showing on Billy's face. What else could he have done?
Yeah, that was all down to Shaw's good work, wasn't it?
Yes.
Now, what kind of rewards can he reap from that?
Well, I think he'll give it 110 this rack after missing that 5 ball in the last rack. It was a 4 ball in the last rack. No, it was a 5 ball, wasn't it, in the corner pocket? I get confused between this pink and purple.
The eyes are going, Alison. It's been a long day.
No. They've just changed the ball colours on me. And the eyes are going, of course. But Jayson Shaw's eyes aren't going, are they?
He's just such a proven competitor and winner. This is a man who won 14 tournaments in 1 year just a few seasons ago. Followed it up with the greatest individual achievement of his career the following season when he won the US Open in 2017.
That is the most prestigious event in America, the US Open.
Yeah, and he went there with high hopes of retaining it. Wasn't played in 2018. There was a change of direction for the event, but it was a very successful staging in Las Vegas early last year. He went there as the holder. Did make it through to the last 16, but was very heavily beaten by Joshua Filler, who went on to succeed him as champion.
Well, two of the best shot makers in the world right there.
And of course they teamed up for a crucial doubles win earlier this evening.
He's got a little bit of work here to do, controlling the cue ball.
We're seeing this a lot, aren't we? Players are making hard work of what looks like routine stuff.
Yeah, and then notice the table with draw shots. It seems to be going a little bit dead when drawing the ball back. But what a great recovery there. Could have gone either corner or side there, and played a beautiful shot round the rails to get on the 9 ball. Still got to give this a lot of attention, because close to the rail sometimes I've seen these missed, and I've missed them. Nicely done.
You've never missed a ball like that in your life, Alison. Jayson Shaw didn't miss that one, and he's closed in to 2-1 down against Billy Thorpe.
Having a little stretch. Get those muscles loose.
Well, the boys are certainly enjoying themselves there. And they know it's been a job well done this evening, whatever happens now.
I have to say, Joshua Filler looks much more relaxed now. Because he has seemed a little bit tense the last couple of days. You see that shot that won him that game there? A lovely 2-rail shot, safety shot. And there we see Billy coming off the 1 ball into the side pocket, giving Jayson ball in hand and consequently a run out. And there's Billy playing with his mullet.
So many talking points from this Mosconi Cup. I think the mullets are going to be among the chief things that we look back on. Him and Skylar Woodward. Jayson Shaw certainly managed to get a haircut though,
Right.
during all the restrictions.
Yeah, we go from a mullet to
4.
no hair.
Current score is 2-1.
I'm guessing he's done that one himself.
Team USA, Team Europe.
Anyway, what he's also done is win the 3rd rack, and he's got the break in the 4th.
Oh, jumping up a little bit to try and move the ball on. Call that body English. So he's going to have to. Well, I think he's going to go. He's got to go for that, right, down at the end rail.
Yeah, definitely, and I think it'd fancy him for this.
Yeah, definitely. It's so close to the pocket. But in order to get his position on the 2 ball, he could hit it either side, like rail first on the left side or cut it on the right side. But he has to make sure he's got enough pace to get a shot on the 2. Favoured the nice shot there. Favoured the rail first. Gives you a bigger pocket to aim at.
Yeah, so much unpredictability about what the cue ball's going to do in a shot like that, but couldn't really have asked to play that too much better.
Attention, please.
Well, he obviously didn't play to catch that, played to come round it, but nevertheless he has a shot in the side pocket here. And this is the big shot of the game. If he makes this, it should be a run out. And sometimes they can be a little tricky when you're very close to them. He made that look very easy. He's certainly feeling it today.
Well, it's been such a frustrating day for the Americans. Every time they feel like they're just gaining a little bit of an upper hand and gaining a bit of a foothold, The Europeans just come charging back at them, and Thorpe got off to a good start here. He was leading 2-0. So that lead looks like it's going to be wiped out in the next few moments.
I like the time Jason's taking now, and he did against Shane. He really made sure, you know, with as much talent and ball pocketing ability as they have, they really make sure they're placing that cue ball where they want to. Or just taking the time to calm yourself down too, because the adrenaline, I'm sure, has been pumping today.
He's going to be in that classic situation when the day's play is over. He's going to be pretty tired from all the pool he's played, but of course the adrenaline will just be pumping through him, so it'll be difficult to get to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure it takes him 2 or 3 hours to come down off of these matches.
Well, especially for someone with such an intense approach. And quite a similar 9-ball to the one from the previous rack. So from 2-0 down, Jayson Shaw battled back to level with Billy Thorpe. It's 2 racks apiece.
We're looking at some fan pictures in the background there. You know who you are, watching from home.
Well, it was so important, wasn't it, to get the fans as involved as much as we possibly could.
And we just saw a picture of world champion Johnny Archer, who is a multiple player in the Mosconi Cup. I think he's had 17 appearances.
Yeah, Ralph Souquet for the Europeans has made 17.
I think Johnny's 17 too. 2 of the most decorated players.
Yeah, Souquet and Archer both with 17.
Next to that is Niels, I think, Niels Fame with 13.
Shane Van Bonen is certainly up there now as well, of course.
Yeah, I think he's 12 maybe. But you can do the statistics on that one, I'm sure.
Well, just while we're talking about Johnny Archer, he's played in more individual matches within the Mosconi Cup than anybody else. He's played in 91.
Really? That's a lot of matches. And I'm sure he's tuned into this event right now, watching it in eager anticipation. As is the rest of the population of America. A shout out to all the female pool players out there too, tuning in. WPBA
Reckoning
players and
5,
players around the
Euro
world.
5,
I'm
2-2.
sure Christina
Team USA
Tkach
to
was
play.
watching Fedor playing earlier, fellow countryman.
Yeah, we saw Shane Van Bonen there. He's played, he played 81 Mosconi Cup matches coming into this year's tournament, behind only the 2 guys we mentioned, Johnny Archer, who's played the most for the Americans with 91, and Ralph Souquet, who's played the most for the Europeans with exactly the same number. Van Bonen playing in his 14th Mosconi Cup. So that matches Earl Strickland. Only 3 players above them, Johnny Archer, Ralph Souquet, and of course Mika Immonen.
Yes, Mika's played many of them.
15.
Wow. I know Ralph is tuned in right now because I saw on his social media that they're watching the Mosconi.
Well, he must be so pleased to see one of his compatriots, Joshua Filler, so much a part of the scene at the highest level and part of this wonderful European effort that we've seen so far. Billy Thorpe needs to pull out a big effort here. He's lost the initiative in this match, but a chance here to re-establish it.
Extension, please.
He's just got to leave himself a nice angle to deal with that 6 ball. So this is quite a critical shot here. So he's opted to go below the 5 ball there, so he can come straight down table, and the 6 does go in that top corner pocket. So let's see how he plays this. We've seen some funny reactions off the end rail, so he's got to play this the right way. Is he coming back 2 rails around? Wow. That was a great shot. It was dangerous, but great. I think it goes by the 7, but it's very, very tight. He might not even opt to play that. He might just hit it really thin and go send the cue ball forward. Or he might play it off the 7 ball and bring the cue ball back to the end rail. He's got a few options here. It looks like he's doing that. There you go. He tried to, yeah, and he did. He made that shot. It was a great shot. So he used the 7 there just to slow the 6 ball up. An easy kick shot for Jayson, but it's control of the cue ball and the 6 ball that counts here.
Shaw, of course, has good memories of playing Thorpe in the past. It was an 11-8 win against Thorpe that was one of the key results on his way to that US Open title back in 2017. Went on to beat Eklund Kachi in the final. Raced into an 8-0 lead. Never looked back from there. He won by 13 racks to 4.
What a shot. I had a feeling he was going to make that.
And just narrowly avoided the scratch as well.
Yeah, just caught the bump of the pocket there. And all that spin on the ball slowed it up a lot too for a tough shot here. He's like an expert at that shot. He played one earlier, and he's with such a flat angle, and the way he spins the ball, he makes that shot look really easy.
Jayson Shaw is hoping that he can win this match and make it 3 wins in a row across the course of the evening. Well, he's taken 3 racks in a row here from 2-0 down against Billy Thorpe. The Scot is now leading by 3 racks to 2.
Oh, look at them now, they're singing. They weren't singing very loudly yesterday, were they?
This is what you call developing a swagger.
Look at Fedor getting in on that in the back row.
Billy Thorpe showing what he thinks of it. It's the last thing you want to see when your team's getting a pummeling like this.
I can assure you they would be singing the other way if it was going the other way.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's what we love about this event. You know, they're creating an atmosphere too. You know, we're missing 2,000 people in the audience right now. So it's nice to see them let off some steam. Oh, look, Joey's giving a little massage to Billy. And I see Jeremy Jones having a little chat with him. Got to keep the morale up of the players.
Well, Give It Up by KC and the Sunshine Band was the song playing, and that's the one thing Billy Thorpe will not do. He'll continue battling all the way through to the finish here, but he's right up against it now. Shaw has the momentum, Shaw has the lead, and in this rack, Shaw has the break.
Well, got a shot on the one on the side, 2 hanging over the pocket. Jawed up in the pocket there.
Whatever happens now, Alison, whether it's 8-2 or 7-3, it's been a wretched night for the Americans. What does Jeremy Jones, and indeed Joey Gray, who's quite a motivator himself, say to the players at the end of a night like this?
Well, I mean, what they'll take, the positives they'll take, the 5-4s, they could have, that's a toss of a coin, isn't it, really? You can't look at it as the points that you've lost. It was what you were so close to getting. You've got to stay positive. They've played well. It's a little bit of luck at the end of the day, and you just got to, again, stay in the match, do your best, but also at that point you've got to take the pressure off yourself. You've got to relax and enjoy the event as well. And you often see when people do relax, their best game starts to come out, so they've got nothing to lose at that point. It's a heavy defeat today for sure. Not expected. Jayson just played a great shot there. I think he can roll this in the side and get a shot in the 6, because that was always the tricky ball in this rack. Nicely played, I think. I think he's got that edge there to... Looks like it. To draw back for the 7 ball in the opposite corner pocket.
And going back to the American situation and their perspective, it's not over, whatever happens tonight, because, okay, it's all gone for the Europeans today, but could just as easily go that way for the Americans tomorrow. They win 4 out of the 5 matches. Suddenly, it's game on again going into the final day on Friday.
Yeah, you can't count anyone out. You know, the Europeans have still got to stay tough and do their job, and America has to rally tomorrow and come back with a big fight. It's a new day.
Do have to bear in mind the past history. USA have not won the Mosconi Cup contest, having trailed after the second day since 1997.
Well, that's a bit of a dampener, isn't it, as we're trying to
G them up a bit.
G them up a bit.
Yeah. Well, history is there to be changed. Jayson Shaw is making his own bit of Mosconi Cup history tonight. What a night it's been for him, and it could be 3 out of 3 for him if he can take one more rack. He's on the hill now at 4-2.
He's certainly got a different look about him now. He looks energised again, doesn't he? That little sort of slumpy part in the middle of the match, and now he looks ready to go again and claim the point.
It's amazing. You never feel tired when you're winning rack after rack, do you?
Well, I don't know.
Well, you would know better than I would. You're used to dominating opponents.
I've had my fair share.
So we talked about what the American leadership, as it were, will say to their players at the end of the night, but it's going to be pretty easy for Alex Lally and Carl Boyes. Just tell them to keep doing what they're doing, and off you go again tomorrow.
Yeah, it'd be shake hands, well played. Good job, lads.
Well, you're not allowed to shake hands at the moment,
Well,
Alice.
that's true.
Fist
that's
bumps,
true.
maybe elbows.
Knuckles, I don't know, elbows. I did ask Emily that coming into this. I wonder if they'd be doing any chest pumps this year.
They're probably allowed.
Rack number 7, current score
In
is
their own
4-2
bubble.
in favour of Team Europe. Team USA to break.
So could this be the last rack of what's been a momentous day for Europe? Billy Thorpe and his teammates certainly hope not.
Well, the look on his face suggests that he doesn't have a clear shot, which would be very unfortunate. Let's see, with the late 6 ball just came in at the end there. Can he spin this ball in? Let's see. That's a great shot he's played there. Great control of a cue ball, that sort of stun run through where you have to get like 1 or 2 rotations on the cue ball at that speed is a tough shot to hit, and he made that look easy. There it goes, see that little stun on the ball and then a couple of revolutions. That was good control by Billy there. And he's got Jayson in trouble here. So it looks like he's going to jump over to the rail first to hit the one, I think. And that was he made that look very easy. He's very, very good with the jump cues, Jayson Shaw. And Billy does have a shot into that right corner pocket, bottom corner pocket, to rail it out for the 2-ball. There we see again that tremendous jump shot.
Attention, please.
If you played that shot really slow and cut it, you got a good chance of touching the 3. But when you play it with a bit more speed, you can avoid it. He almost did a Jayson Shaw special there. Tough shot to hit, blind pocket. And he got a little nudge on the 2, which I think he thoroughly deserves at this point.
When Billy Thorpe was named on the team, Jeremy Jones described him as someone with a huge heart. The one guy you can rely on to always be ready, a player who even coming off a tough loss is ready to get back out there and try again. Well, he's really been called on to show those credentials here after what happened in the doubles earlier. And he's making a decent effort.
He's a warrior, is our Billy. Look at this, I've hot off the press, just got a text from Mika Immonen. He's had 15 appearances in the Mosconi Cup. 15. He must be getting really old now to have had 15.
He won't be texting you again after you've said that.
No, he knows I'm joking. Oh, look, he's left himself hooked here. Snookered. But having said that, he's got a good kick on. I know he doesn't want that. So he just wanted the cue ball to come up higher or the 4-ball to stay there. But he's got a good 1-rail kick where he can hold the cue ball where the 4 is. Oh, he's upped him to jump this. So that's a great shot. Look at that. Who needs a kick when you can jump like that?
Well, he made it look easy as well.
He did. Well, I think he was frustrated. Sometimes it's best if you get up to the table and just hit the ball. Because he was very frustrated there that happened. So it was a very, very good recovery. Wow.
Has that been Thorpe's last shot?
He's got to be very upset with that one. He did the hard work there. These are the shots that Jayson laps up these thin cuts. Wow, look at this. Here's a turnaround.
And yet, this is not as simple as it looks, you know, because coming in and out of the jaws, he's got to mind his work positionally.
Yeah, it's very tough because they're very deep pocket seas. He looks like he's playing on the left side of it. Oh, my word. What a stroke on that ball.
Table's got deeper pockets than Barry Hearn.
Well, I don't know about that.
Nobody's got deeper pockets than Barry Hearn.
No, I don't think so.
Well, fair
Well
play
done.
to Billy Thorpe. Yeah, absolutely. He's done well to hang in there. He's out there battling for his team. He's the only one left who can do anything about this position that the Americans find themselves in tonight. And he's just one behind now at 4-3. When Shaw looked to be closing in on clinching this match, he somehow missed that. As we said, Thorpe still had plenty of work to do there, and he could not have played that shot any better, really.
No, absolutely. That was a really, really good stroke he put on that shot. Keeping him alive and in the match here. It's funny when you watch from rack to rack how the body language changes game to game. And I've just heard from Johan Roysink that it's Shane's 14th
Rack number
appearance
8.
here at the Mosconi Cup.
Yeah.
So he's getting on a bit too.
All successive as well.
On the hill and
14 in a row.
That's quite a record. That shows a consistency in what you do.
You've got some numbers in that phone, Alison.
I know, this is interesting. I'm hearing from people all around the world. I heard from Chris Smelling earlier too. He's a former Mosconi Cup player. Great cue action. Now let's get back to the game here, and Jayson did a really nice break there. Cue ball landed the opposite end of the table than you'd expect, but look at where the one is. Right with it. I'm sure he wants to end this match with this visit. That was really nicely played. The speed he had on that made it avoid the 3 ball. And I think this will be curtains for Billy.
Well, I've talked about what a tiring evening it's been for him and how he wants to get this finished here and away. He'd probably love to stay out there because it's just been a dream night for him.
Do you know what? At this stage of the game, it could be even only on day 2 an MVP night, the way he's played today.
He's given himself every chance, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Clinched the winning point for Europe on his debut in 2016. He was again an influential figure the following year. He's been part of 2 losing sides, and he, as much as anyone, didn't want to make that 3. And he, more than anyone, has done so much this evening to try to stop that from happening.
Look at the spin on this ball. Look at that stroke. He's really comfortable now. He's going to be hard to beat in any other matches, I think. He's really dominated tonight. That was a nice stroke on the ball there too. Look at that. Well, increasing the lead. Europe looking very happy in the background.
Oh, what a night for Europe! Early December in 2020, and they've won all 5 matches. How on earth do the Americans respond to this? It's Europe 8, USA 2.
Well, my goodness, what a phenomenal night for Team Europe, and a horrific one for the defending champions. Every single point, all 5 going to Team Europe, and 3 of them courtesy of that man there. We'll speak to Jayson Shaw in just a moment, but he had 3